Hi guys, and welcome back. It's Real Time Talks, and we're back again with another episode. Yes, we have been gone for several months, but we're back now, and this is all that matters. This episode is going to be a catch-up episode on what we've been doing. Obviously, we have been busy because we're both in uni now, so this episode is going to be about uni life in the pandemic, and I'm here with Peace.
Hi guys.
Okay, so today, Peace, how has uni been going for you personally?
Uni has honestly, I think this is speaking for the whole of, well, actually, I can't really speak for everyone, but everyone that started university in 2020, I definitely think first years have had it rough just because of the whole coronavirus.
100%.
Everyone's found it hard to connect to people and really get the university experience. I remember one time I was at my cousin's house and they were like, university is about the work, but also about the experience you get from it. And that's what sometimes people look at when they look at the money and all the time and stuff. Like, people always talk about the experience, and we got that experience taken away from us. So as a whole, people look at university not just for the degree, but the lifestyle, what we come for, the connections we make, the people, and all of that together. So I think when people talk about university, we often talk about that kind of narrative. So now my experience has kind of been shifted and tainted about from corona, which no one can control, but it's honestly been not the best. But we were alive. Most people in university thankfully thankfully recovered from corona. No one really, I don't know, I can't really speak for everyone, but I don't think anyone suffered terribly from it. But I definitely think that it's not been the best, but everyone's making what they can out of it. But yeah, how's your experience been, Melissa?
Pretty much the same thing with obviously the situation going on with Corona. I haven't basically gone out to kind of explore more, as in having the uni experience that we're supposed to be getting. Obviously isolation, and two, no one wants to catch Corona whilst at uni. There are a few people going out doing their thing, but we move. Um, Guessing with the whole experience thing, as you're saying as well, yeah, even having lectures online on Zoom, I'm not gonna lie, is very long, and it's also it's not motivating to have things online. It's better to have things in person, because then it's you're engaged. But when you're on Zoom, you could literally put Zoom on and just dash your laptop or your phone away and go back in bed. It's just not motivating enough to be online. And yeah, I've been lacking with work, I've been lacking with work. I haven't been getting work done. I've recently started to, pick up the pace because I'm not trying to fail. But yeah, honestly, uni, the experience, obviously I have met a few people, and honestly they are great people. But obviously when you think about uni, you probably think maybe a much more bigger kind of experience, more, you meet more people. Obviously there's societies like ACS. Obviously I'm in the Ghana society as well, but we haven't been able to do anything because we can't be there physically to meet each other and stuff. So I have been meeting a few people from the ACS with little meetups. So I have seen one or two or three people. But me personally, going out to have that experience is just, it's just not there. Obviously when you watch videos online on YouTube and you see people having that uni experience, and it was just you know what, I was ready to have that experience. Obviously motives and all them other stuff, but because of the situation going on, we haven't really had that experience, and it's honestly depressing. But we just got to bounce back. We just got to move and keep on moving forward, because honestly, there's nothing you can do about it. We're just going to have to live with it until obviously it settles down and we can actually start going and doing these activities and whatnot and whatnot. But yeah,
Yeah.
lectures wise,
Yeah.
how was your thing then?
I think adding on to Melissa's point, we were going to bring this in the next episode, but I think it's really, we might as well, because we're talking about Zoom and
Yeah.
online classes. So there's this article I read this morning, and it was called Zoom Fatigue, whereby people have been tired just simply by having online classes or online meetings if you're on the workplace, and it's making you increasingly tired because you're constantly looking at the screen. Like, for example, if you're in a workplace, it is that energy of other people being around. It's not the same. constantly people are being in meetings for like 7 hours, or and plus more doing their work, and it's not it's not the same experience.
Yeah.
And similarly, in university, people are also getting tired. We're just looking at that that lecturer
Yeah.
on that screen, and it's not much to do. Like if you were in the lecture hall, you could look around, you could at least, like, your eyes could wander somewhere else,
Yeah.
but it's just like constantly looking at that square person, and
Oh,
it's not nice.
yeah.
So one of the articles did say to, I guess, cure or help Zoom fatigue is walk around in your room, try to place your laptop in a place where you can like stand up maybe, or they basically said the only guess cure is just to like get off your laptop, put your computer kind of a distance away from you so you're not looking at it directly. And that's basically what they said. So I think everyone's kind of experienced the Zoom fatigue. So you're not the only one, because sometimes I just don't want to have another lecture and look at my screen, because everything's basically on the screen. So look at my lecture and then look at my notes every time being on the screen, it's really tiring. It really is. Like, I don't know, it's just this fatigue that no one can really explain. Like, I think everyone's experiencing that exact same thing. So I'll put the link of the article in the description so you guys can look at it. But I think it's really interesting, especially in this current time. But yeah.
100%. Like, to add on is like, I feel like it's just like right now everything's become a routine. And
Yeah.
because it's something that we've been doing for months now, it's just tiring, because what you do is you wake up, maybe you shower, brush your teeth, get ready, then you're on Zoom. That's literally what it is. So every single day you're
Literally.
repeating that, and it's just tiring. It's like there's nothing new, there's nothing exciting in your life. You're basically just, obviously, again, as you're saying, staring at the screen. There's nothing that's really eye-catching to you. It's like you've seen this person a million of times, but if it was something you're going in person, obviously you're leaving your accommodation or wherever you're staying, you're leaving home, you're walking to the room to get there. Maybe you might have a few friends that you know in your seminars as well, seeing them, just that interaction as well. And also having a
Yeah.
physical being actually stand in front of you and you
Exactly.
looking at this being is more interactive, because you know that, you know what, if I'm not paying attention, I know this lecturer is looking at me, and it's just like you don't want the lecturer to have that kind of perception of you that you're not paying attention, even though you aren't. But yeah, it's like you can stare out the window, but when you're on your screen, there's nothing you can do. It's either you're paying attention or you're not paying attention. And again, as I was saying, most of us
Exactly.
aren't
Yeah.
paying attention. But for lecture side, that's
Mm.
basically what I have to say.
Even in when you were at the lecture hall, when you used to like, look at the lecturer, you wasn't really on your phone, because it was like no one was on their phone. Like everyone was
Yeah.
looking at the lecture, so it made you kind of focus
Mm-hmm.
and be like, because you see everyone else like typing
Yeah.
their notes or doing, do you know
The
what I mean? So
environment,
like,
basically.
yeah. So now it's just no one's kind of looking at you, so you're kind of just going on your phone doing,
True.
what you want to do. So yeah, it kind of made you focus. It did make you
100%. It
focus
made
more.
you focus more, because the environment, like you can
Yeah.
see everybody's working and stuff. And then it kind of motivates you
Yeah.
to work on it. So it's like, oh, all these people are working hard. So you know what? Let me also work hard and get somewhere in my life. But when you're on your screen, and I'm not gonna lie, in my lectures, for obviously for my course, most of us don't put our cameras on, so it's not like you can actually see people looking at the
Yeah.
screen. It's basically just a blank screen. It's basically just black. So it's just like you're not really looking at anyone pay attention. You're just looking at the lecturer and the slides and whatnot, which is like very depressing. But if you're actually in a room, you get to see people. You've met some people as well. You're probably sitting next to someone that you know, and yeah, it's just more engaging. But yeah, moving on from
Yeah.
Zoom, because that was just very depressing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Food. Now, I feel like loads of people need to know that in this pandemic, yeah, obviously because you're not really going anywhere. So I feel like most people have saved some money, because I'm not gonna lie, when you're going to a uni experience, you'll probably be thinking that, or maybe me and my friends will go to this restaurant or we'll go out shopping and whatnot. But obviously, most of the restaurants and
Mm.
pubs are obviously they're shut down. So it's like you're able to save that money. However, being able to like cook for yourself and actually having meals, like you need to budget. That's what you need to do in this pandemic. You need to budget and actually be like, you know what, for this week I want to
Mm.
have this amount of money set down for food, or I'm preparing this food for the week, because I'm not gonna lie, your money will run. It's like a tap. When you open the
Yeah.
tap, that is flowing. Like before you know it,
Yeah.
you're basically broke, and the money you might be getting
Yeah.
from like student finance might not be enough. pandemic. So you need to budget, like budget wise, you know that okay, maybe if I'm using £30 per week or £30 per 2 weeks, I don't know, people have different amounts of money and different stuff they buy. They might not buy maybe off brand ketchup, they would want like Heinz or something. So that's something they have to put in account. But yeah, you just need to budget all that money because I'm not gonna lie, I've been surviving on Indomie. If you know what Indomie is, I'm pretty sure you do know that is a lifesaver, and I would want to thank the creator of Indomie personally because you have saved my life. Because it's like it's not every time you want to be cooking that. It's just long. You don't have time. You've got seminar work to be doing. You've got lectures to attend to, and it's like, well, this I'm talking about this when I was back on campus. Well, obviously lockdown. I'm at home, but yeah, you don't want to be cooking all the time. Maybe you and your friends want to chill for a bit and whatnot. Just grab one packet of Indomie, make it done, finito. Within like what 2-3 minutes is done. You're enjoying this nice meal, and it's not expensive. Yeah, it's not good to eat noodles all the time, but when you're at uni, you got to sacrifice that. There's no nutrition for you. Like when you're at university, there's no nutrition. You're gonna become what's the word again? Malnourished. There we go,
Malnourished.
malnourished.
Malnourished,
Yeah,
yeah.
you are because you're not going to be eating the same food you were eating at home. And if you don't know how to cook, that's even worse for you because you just be buying either takeaway or whatnot. But yeah, there's no nutrition for you. Don't think that, oh, sometimes you can cook like someone can know how to cook and be like maybe, oh raw, when I go to uni, I'm gonna be preparing this, I'm gonna be preparing that. You're gonna go to uni, you're gonna be like, I can't be asked to cook right now. Can I get takeaway? And
Yeah.
that also comes into the budget because you getting
Yeah.
takeaway might not even be part of your plan for the week, but because you're going into maybe next week's money, or you're just reducing money that you could have used for something else in general. So yeah, I would say budget very like make sure you have a plan. But that's what I do. I don't know if PC do the same thing or not, but like that's what I do.
Yeah, I definitely try and budget at least. So I guess we're kind of going to the territory of giving kind of like advice for
Mm,
like people in university. So budgeting is obviously important. You need to know what money you have and how to spend that money accordingly and what to save and what not, because you do want to save at university. I can't stress this enough. You do want to save because you need money after university, after you finished your course, and just to have a bit of money, because you would not get a job straight away after you leave university. Just heads up, because you do need to apply. It takes a long process of trying and whatnot. And second of all, as well, and advice, I would say take opportunities. I know everyone says like you don't need to say yes to everything, which is true, but I would say take a lot of opportunities, because stuff like seminars, not yeah, seminars and kind of online events that help you, stuff like, I know like there's just tons of like advice on university, like on university careers, and on the website of the actual university they give you loads of like online events and stuff like that. So I would say just try and do as much, kind of take the opportunities as you can and do a lot of research. Second advice would be internships. So with internships, you want to try and apply early to like spring internships and summer internships in your first year, so you can get experience. So when you're in year two, it'll be that process will be a lot more easier to get in a placement year if you want to do a placement year. So that's kind of like what I've kind of learned with the advice wise, is just to make sure that you're looking at the opportunities and you kind of taking them. Obviously, don't take too much that you can't handle, but in the long run, you will look at it back and be like, wow, I took these opportunities and I now look, it's got me this place and whatnot and this place and that. So yeah, that's what I would
yeah,
say.
100%. So basically, like conclude this episode and sum up. Like the advice I would probably want to give is yeah, most uni students or most people or most students in general, we procrastinate a lot. I would say to plan
Yeah.
out whatever you want to be doing for the week. If you know you have seminar work, make sure maybe every Tuesday night you plan it for maybe this module, seminar work and stuff like that. And also to add on to P saying taking up opportunities, I would also say like making connections as well. Like finding people that, if you're a first year, finding someone in second year that actually does your course is actually really good.
Yeah.
And also going,
Very, very
yeah,
vital.
very, very, because then you can just make connections and it's much easier for you to understand stuff as well. Also taking opportunities as an internships as well. That's very good. You need to apply early for them, and also you need to search and make sure that the internship or maybe the work experience you want to do is something that would benefit you in the long run. You probably don't want to do something that you're not going to be doing in the future. It's just a waste of time. But yeah, basically that's what I would probably want to say. But yeah.
Yeah, make sure you have obviously talk to the people in your course. Obviously, that sounds quite obvious, but also talk to people in doing your course that are first years. Peers also help you. Just don't. Cause I know this time is quite isolating, but obviously, when you go to university, you would know. But if you're a first year like us, make sure you talk to your peers because your peers can also help you. I'm sure there's like one person that's the top of the top,
Yeah.
and that person obviously can help you.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you talk to your peers as well.
100%.
And that's pretty much it. So I think we're going to conclude this episode. And yeah, we're happy to be back. Well, honestly, we've talked about this previously to be back, but we just didn't have the right
Yeah.
time at university. But now we want to continue this, and we're quite happy to be back to do, episodes and whatnot. So yeah.
Yeah, basically, as P said, we're all happy and stuff. We haven't been
Mm,
here we haven't made an episode for so long, and obviously we've been talking about making an episode.
mm.
And you know what? What matters is that we're making the episode now. So basically, guys, all I would want to say is like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Also, if you did dislike, please tell us why you didn't like anything about the video or any points I said. Comment down below, and also please share because sharing is free.
Share.
It's free. It doesn't cost you much. And yes, just share around and stuff. But yeah, thank you. We hope you have a nice day. And yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.